Top of the night, people. Another glorious night above ground. Iron, fresh in the flesh. I want to talk to you about the real Trinity, right? And the real Trinity is this. Everybody who's walking this planet is a Trinity. And the reason why I say everybody that's walking this planet is a Trinity is because in spiritual context, all men have a jinn that's assigned to them. A jinn is a demon, right? All demons ain't bad. Demons just describe a civilization of people. Like we're humans, they're demons, right? You got good demons, you got bad demons, right? Everybody has a demon that's assigned to them, a jinn. Some people acquire knowledge itself and start learning themselves and start mastering themselves. And in the process, they learn how to keep their jinn in check. And some people is worldly and they just out there and they indulge in all type of dark stuff. And they allow their jinn to run wild too, right? So one of the entities is a jinn that's assigned to you, right? The demon that's assigned to you. The other entity is the Sentinel, right? The Sentinel is the real you. So you have the outer you and you have the inner you. You have the higher self, you have the lower self, right? So right now, on this blog, you got Iron Sheik talking to you. This is the outer me. But I have a Sentinel. And my Sentinel is, some people will say the soul, if you're dealing with religion. Some people will say the spirit, if you're dealing with spirituality. But the right concept for it is the Sentinel, right? Spirit is just energy that comes from the soul. Same way the brain produces thoughts and ideas, the soul distributes the spirit, right? Same way you have gold and then you have the glitter, right? So the gold is the essence and the glitter is just the light, the radiant light that shines off the gold. Right? You have the sun, and then you have sun rays. So the sun rays, the sun is the actual entity, and the sun rays is the manifestation of the entity. So your Sentinel is the real you, and then you have the outer you. So let's just put it in the form of higher self, middle self, lower self, right? So the lower self is your demon, your jinn. The higher self is your Sentinel, and then the middle self is you, the mortal you, right? A lot of people that indulge in worldly stuff, jewelry, lust, gluttony, sex, and stuff like that, 9 out of 10, they're more manipulated by their jinn. So that's the voice you hear in your head when you see a female, you see a dude that look good, and then the voice in your head says, oh, fuck that nigga, or fuck that bitch, yeah, slide her off, yeah, try to get in her pants, or, or if you see a way to scam somebody or steal their identity, of course, or a way to make money off selling drugs or doing a robbery, and you hear that dark voice in your head that's like, yeah, do that, you can get away. That's your jinn, that's your demon, that's your dark side. And then if you hear that other voice, like, say you on the block or something, or you chilling, or you in a party somewhere, and something say, yo, get the fuck out of there before it go down, it's about to go down, get out of there. That's your Sentinel warning you. Your Sentinel is that higher self and your conscious self. and it warns you. But the more worldly people become, they lose contact with their sentinel because they become desensitized and they become lost. Now, if people are indulging in pork, chicken, you know, milk and stuff like that, dairy products, greasy cholesterol foods, and they putting all these poison in their body like weed and liquor and stuff like that, that'll further separate the outer self from the sentinel, because what you're doing is trying to bury the sentinel unconsciously with all these GMO foods or these dairy products, or you know, these mucus forming poisons that's in the foods. We know electrolytes, like vegetables and fruits and stuff like that, we know electrolytes bring you closer to your higher self. So liquor and wine is part of the jinn, the dark jinns. This is why you have liquor called jinn, because it comes from the Arabic word jinn, which means demon. Same thing with the word genius. If y'all look it up in the dictionary, the word genius comes from jinn. And the reason why jinns was considered geniuses, because they had a little bit of knowledge of the unknown, or things that was about to happen beforehand, because they're in a parallel realm to us. They're on Earth, but they're in a parallel realm, so they're on the other side. So a lot of us, you know, we're not in tune with our sentinel, so we don't have the abilities to see the fourth wall, to see the other side. But once we start mastering ourselves and leaving liquor alone, weed and dairy and meat and stuff like that, and we start working out, eating healthy, sleeping right, taking vitamins, you know, herbs and, you know, and stuff like that, we'll become closer with our sentinel. Also, another word for liquor is spirits. So we know it's called jinn, and which is actually from the word jinn, the demons, and it's also called spirits, because these intoxicants is made out of fermented fruits and vegetables and stuff like that, which is highly acidic, and it basically poisons the body. So now, how do we get the trilogy to become one? Mind, body, and soul, right? So that comes from discipline, like I told y'all, reading, dieting, rest, and everything. Once you unite with your sentinel, you can basically conquer your jinn and make your jinn submit, because it basically is 2 against 1. Can you make your jinn submit on your own without utilizing your sentinel? You can, but it'll be harder, because you're always going to be tempted by temptation and fall victim to temptation if you don't link up with the sentinel, because the sentinel is the foundation and the sentinel is the true you. So the sentinel is here in this realm, but the sentinel has abilities to travel through other realms. So this is why when you sleep, you have dreams, and you know, when you walk in certain places, you feel funny, like your body can feel, you know, your body can feel things, or through your peripheral vision, like how I'm looking at this camera, but through the corner of my eye, I see something move real fast, right? But I'm like, damn, my mind playing tricks on me. No, your mind ain't playing tricks on you. You did see something move fast through your peripheral. You just can't see it head on. You can see it through your peripheral, because the jinns, which is the, you know, like I told you, the good and bad demons that live in a parallel realm, they can come to this realm and they move very, very fast. Faster than our eyes, faster than our physical abilities. But the sentinel know they exist. So the sentinel, through you using your peripheral, the sentinel picks it up. Your brain picks up everything that the visual see unconsciously and consciously, right? So we learn through our 5 senses. Touch, taste, smell, hear, see, right? So whatever we touch in our whole life as a child to now, whatever we smelled, whatever we seen, whatever we heard, is logged in our brain, because our brain is an infinite microchip. We just don't know how to use all of the parts of our brain. But sometimes our brain regurgitates things to us in the form of euphoric recall. So this is another thing with dreams. When you're dreaming, when you're laying down dreaming, you got to know how to differentiate your euphoric recall affecting your dreams, and you got to know how to differentiate your sentinel traveling while you unconscious, which people will consider it as a dream. And you got to know the difference between the light energy, which is a higher force sending you a message, and then last but not least, you got to know how to differentiate between your jinn manipulating you while you unconscious. This might be a boring topic to y'all, but y'all gotta look this up and study this through Taoism, T-A-O, Taoism. Read up on yin and yang. And there's other spiritual books that I'll be posting on my Instagram page and my Facebook page, and y'all can look these spiritual books up. But one book is actually called The Sentinel, which is a good book. Y'all can check that out. And there's many other books that I'll be naming and posting. But y'all can follow me on Instagram, and y'all can follow me on YouTube, and y'all can follow me on MySpace. MySpace, I'm bugging the fuck out. Facebook. My Facebook is Iron Sheik, spelled like this, Williams. And my Instagram, my YouTube, and my Twitter is Iron Sheik AOA. So this name, all one word, spelled in its correct form, with AOA as one word, Army of Allah. And that's my Twitter, my Instagram, my YouTube page. But yeah, people, just try to tap into that. Tap into your sentinel. Tap into your your jinn that travels with you. Some people consider it a dark force. And tap in with your psychosis, your higher self. Because the mind in itself is a whole another ball game. You have the Johari window, the known, the unknown, the hidden, and the concealed. And then you have I can't think of it right now. There's another part of psychology that teaches you how to basically deal with critical thinking and reasoning, but like it's like inventive thought, but it'll be actually true. So it's kind of like a paradox, if I'm not mistaken. Like, it'll give you the ability like to know things without never studying it. You know what I'm saying? So they teach you that in psychology too. So people look into that, and then we could dialogue about it later. But study about the sentinel, and study about the lower self, the middle self, and the higher self, and master yourself. It's always good to know thyself. Iron, intelligence, rule over negative nonsense. Warlord, wisdom and righteousness is law over reckless decisions. The gods don't mingle with the mortals. Kings don't eat with the peasants. And the only time wise men hang around fools is when they educating them or enslaving them. Stay up like a cop, I holler back with my collar crack. Iron.